We get set for the championship game of the 17 and under 7-on-7 tournament at the Under Armour Turf Wars near Cabinets Field in Corpus Christi. This game features the San Benito Greyhounds and the CC Outlaws. The Outlaws comprise of players out of Corpus Christi Veterans and Corpus Christi Moody, and the San Benito Greyhound roster listed with every player up and down the line from the San Benito School District. 7-on-7 format, 15 minutes running clock in the first and second half with a timeout awarded to each team. Touchdowns will be recorded as 6 points and an extra point attempt at the end of that for either 1 or 2, depending on the team's choice. And interceptions by defenders can be returned for scores of 6 points. At the line, the receivers are allowed to be jammed by defenders, so you'll see a lot more physical contact in this game than in some 7-on-7 formats. And we are set to go as the CC Outlaws will have the ball to start this game. They're in the black uniforms with the white trim. San Benito in the purple uniforms with the white trim, and we are set for the first 15 minutes, and the first half is underway. Pass play across the 35-yard line. Giving up a yard there. A quick pitch and catch for the Outlaws. Cameron De La Pena on the reception. The quarterback is Jacob Hernandez. Both players, again, from Corpus Christi Veterans. You can get a first down a couple of times before you have to get in the end zone on this 7-on-7 format. Once a player is touched after receiving a ball or once a block is delivered, then the play is blown dead. Second down play for the Outlaws. Opening drive of the game. Outlaws taking their time. Hernandez drops, looking for a deep ball over the middle. That's tipped away, incomplete. Defended by Jermaine Corbin of San Benito. And it brings up third down and a chance for the Greyhounds to get a stop defensively early in this contest. Earlier today, we were able to cover this Outlaw team in a couple of games, and they were just absolutely outstanding defensively. So if you can get them to shut down on the offensive end, then you give yourself a chance if you're the Greyhounds. Hernandez on third down. Needs to get a good 6 yards to sustain the drive. Looking for more than that. That's completed, and a first down. He goes right back to Cameron De La Pena. So the opening drive continues for the Outlaws of Corpus Christi. Teams have 45 seconds between plays in which to begin the next play. So plenty of time for this huddle, which takes place often. Teams had a long break between their semifinal and this championship game. They got here about 35 minutes ago, started warming up, stretching out, but they had a long period in which they had to find things to do. Hernandez rolls right side, looking. Now he throws in the end zone, caught, touchdown, and just like that, the Outlaws on top. Starts with the rollout on the replay. Receiver breaking clear, easy pitch and catch. And the Outlaws jump out to the 6-0 lead. They'll immediately line up for a 2-point conversion. And the team overcame a third down play during the drive and end up scoring to start us off. 2-point conversion coming up. Hernandez overloads the left-hand side. Single receiver out to the right-hand side. And Hernandez waits. Takes a snap, looking all the way left side in the corner. That's going to be overthrown and incomplete. In the direction of Jonathan Gonzalez of CC Veterans. San Benito offense on the field for the first time. San Benito team weave their way through the pool play earlier and in through the bracket play to the semifinals and reaching this championship game. Share the link if you're watching on our social media. Help the fans on Facebook know this game is going on. Here in the month of March, football fans are out there, but they may not be monitoring too much, looking for a football broadcast. Pass play for the Greyhounds over the middle. That's dropped, incomplete pass. Quarterback Andres Villagran for the Greyhounds. They used the short routes in some of their earlier games. We also saw him go over the top. Villagran now delivers the ball right side. That's caught by Corbin, and that's enough for a first down. Jermaine Corbin down that right sideline. And a new set of downs for San Benito. We're just underway here in the first half of this championship game of the 17 and under. They moved the 16 and under game up. We were going to have that after this, but that's been moved to the other field. Pass completed this time to Gavin Suarez, listed as a junior on this San Benito team. Most of the team are comprised of sophomores for San Benito, including the quarterback Villagran. Looks to throw again. Delivers a ball. That's off the mark. Dylan Ibarra was the intended receiver. Again, the defenders are allowed to make contact with these receivers coming off the line. They can disrupt some of those timing plays, which we saw San Benito working on some timing passes during their warm-ups. Beautiful evening. It's been a great day for football throughout the day. Here just behind the main stadium at Cabaniss Field. These are the auxiliary fields. New facilities here. Villagran looks to throw again. Has time, delivers over the middle. That's caught in traffic and a penalty flag as well. First down, Greyhounds.
America has one army, but we have many.
On your right-hand side, you'll see this catch is made and then hang on. And so San Benito now set up for first and goal as they try to respond to the Corpus Christi Outlaws' early score in this game. Villagran ready. Looking right, waits, delivers, back of the end zone. Corbin's there, caught it, and they'll call 4 seconds. Again, the quarterback is given just 4 seconds to deliver the pass. There's no rushing involved. Whether it be rushing in the presence of defenders coming across the line, or there's no rushing as far as running the football if you're on the offensive end. Second down and goal for San Benito. Villagran is ready. Looking, man falls down, has to wait, delivers, and it's dropped incomplete. Defended back there by Tracy Jones of the Outlaws. Just got a fingertip on that. And it brings up third and goal for San Benito. Going back to our coverage early in the day, the Outlaws defense pitched back-to-back shutouts in victories during pool play. So just to get points on the board against this team is an accomplishment here in this tournament. Villagran and the Greyhounds on third and goal. Man in motion, goes left to right. Villagran looking all the way in that direction. Back corner, that's going to be caught. Touchdown, Greyhounds. Coming in motion, Dylan Ibarra, watch on the replay. And in that back corner, he hauls it in and ties the ball game up. 6 apiece as San Benito has answered, and now they'll go for the extra point and try to take the lead in this game. Today's actions featured teams from the Corpus area, from San Antonio, from the RGV. Multiple teams here involved in this tournament put on by Turf Sports Complex. And thanks again to Gerald Johnson. Extra point for the Greyhounds is dropped, and so we're tied. Outlaws get the football. We're tied in the first half of the championship game. 17 and under, 7-on-7 coverage continues after this.
Infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history. There are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Back here at the auxiliary fields at Cabaniss Complex here in Corpus Christi. Outlaws ready to go. Back to pass, Hernandez looking for a bundle. Instead goes underneath. That's caught. And now yards after the catch as Cameron De La Pena is free again. De La Pay, a terrific route runner, and then he's always got that vision to see the extra spots to gain extra yards, which so often in 7-on-7 is nearly impossible to achieve, and yet we've seen him do that throughout the day. Quick first down for the CC Outlaws. Hernandez brings him up. Keeps it back in the backfield. Man in motion left to right for the Outlaws. On first down from the Greyhound 20. Hernandez rolls out right side, looking all the way. That ball's tipped, and it's caught inside the 5, and that is just shy of the end zone. Another catch for De La Pena. And it sets up first and goal for the Corpus Christi Outlaws here in this first half. Running clock of 15 minutes will go by quickly. We're already down near the 5-minute mark as Jacob Hernandez sets his team down. Overloads the right-hand side. Single receiver left is De La Pena. He looks right all the way, delivers. It's going to be intercepted by the Greyhounds. Big play defensively, or do they say he didn't hold it in? They'll call that a touchdown, my friends. I was deked. Someone up here in the press box. My apologies. A touchdown reception by Darrell Asbell. Outlaws go up 12-6. Extra point coming up. They're going for 2. Hernandez rolls out, looking, has that one tipped away incomplete. 12-6 your score. The Outlaws lead. Greyhounds have it after this.
Low-cost janitorial services in Corpus cleans homes and office buildings. They clean medical buildings, and their business is bonded and insured. Specializing in churches, schools, and all commercial buildings for COVID-19. Low-cost janitorial services would like to wish the teams good luck in tonight's game. Call today at 361-777-9935. That's Low-cost janitorial services in Corpus.
Here on Rio Sports Live, and the San Benito Greyhounds going back to work. Pass delivered. Randy Partita reels it in. Gave up some ground after the catch. So far, each team has had the football and scored on their possessions. Outlaws having it twice. This is the second time the Greyhounds have been on the field. Looking to throw again. This is going to be a man crossing. Dropped pass into and out of the hands of Gavin Suarez. And it's quickly third down for San Benito. They'll substitute in the game. DeAnthony Morellis will check in for San Benito. Andres Villagran and the Greyhounds will have to attain 5 yards. Will get them a first down, so we'll see what they go with here. Villagran, a deep drop this time. Looking, delivers a ball for a bundle down the right side, incomplete. Contact occurred, and here comes a penalty flag. If the officials confer, and they were in the position of saying a catchable ball or not, that may come into play. But in the 7-on-7, no contact rule, as far as making tackles or bringing a player down, pretty easy call there. See where they mark the ball. They haven't spotted it down yet. The line of scrimmage right now, they're looking at the 27-yard line of the Outlaws. Any way you go about it, it's a first down for the Greyhounds of San Benito. Andres Villagran drops back again. Looking all the way over the middle. That's caught. Short yardage, but a catch made by Ricky Perez. Perez, a sophomore on this Greyhound team. with a minute 26 and counting in this first half. Corpus Christi Outlaws got it first, scored. Greyhounds responded with a score. Outlaws scored, and here are the Greyhounds. And a timeout is called on the field. Each team has one of those in the first half. In this case, the Outlaws utilize a timeout. We'll be right back after this.
Rick Big and Angie Body with Armor All Express Detail would like to salute the 2020-2021 Miller Buccaneers all the way to state. Go Buccaneers from Armor All Express Detail in Robstown.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown. Back here on Real Sports Live as we are in the championship game. And after the timeout was called by Corpus Christi Outlaws, now they'll finish off marching the penalty yards that were assessed after the contact occurred. Minute 12 to go. Back to action. Greyhounds looking. Corner of the end zone. Ball up for grabs. Incomplete. Ibarra trying to rein that one in. Couldn't quite get there. Second down for San Benito. Under a minute to go here in this first half unofficially. In a quickly played first half between these two teams. The 16 and under game, as I said, we were scheduled to do that after this one on this field. However, they moved that game up. It's being played at the same time on the other side of the field. Looking to throw the Greyhounds this time. Underthrown, sliding catch is made, and that's enough for a first down. Corbin on a sliding catch. Greyhounds knocking on the door. Andres Villagran sets him down. Looking left all the way. Back corner, overshot his man. Looking again for Dylan Ibarra. Incomplete pass, and the Greyhounds may have to burn a timeout or we're going to see this clock run to zeros. Again, it's unofficial on the way they're keeping the clock. Pass in the back corner intended for Corbin. That's up for grabs and incomplete. Corbin that time was blanketed by two defenders from the Corpus Christi Outlaws. And that will take us to the halftime break. 12-6 your score. The Outlaws lead it. Championship game at the 17 and under level of the Under Armour Turf Wars. Continues after this on Real Sports Live.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
We are back here at halftime. The Greyhounds of San Benito talking things over at this championship game of the Under Armour Turf Wars in Corpus. Brought to you by Turf Sports Complex. They're one of the advertisers here you'll be showcasing throughout our broadcast. Fans watching, share the link if you will on our Facebook. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already, and help pass the word to other fans that these games are going on. Conversations have been going on the field opposite ours with the 16 and under teams Again, they were scheduled to have their championship game at 7:40. Then we were told they moved it to 7 o'clock. But they haven't started yet. And we are ready to start the second half in this one. San Benito will have the ball, and away we go. Back to throw, looking right side. That's going to be caught. Catch made that time by Gavin Suarez for San Benito. And indeed, they may be waiting so that we can broadcast that championship game. Villagran ready to go again, looking over the middle. Trying to lead his man, threw it a little too far in front, an incomplete pass. And it doesn't take long to play these games, these 15-minute halves, with a running clock. Second down for the Greyhounds. That time Randy Partita was the intended receiver. Crossing over the middle. In 7-on-7, your receivers have a little extra luxury on a crossing route across the middle of the field. Even when a ball is thrown such as that one to Partita, you can go ahead and stretch out because you don't have to worry that some safety is going to come up and light up your world. Greyhounds ready. Villagran takes the ball. That's overthrown, tipped incomplete. Looking for Dylan Ibarra. And so the drive comes to an end. A stop by the CC Outlaws. And a chance now for their offense to change the complexion of this game. We've yet to see any officials on that other field. They have one official right now. The Outlaws scored on their only 2 possessions in the first half. They've got the ball here. A lot of time, pass left side, just inside the 4-second mark. Giving up some ground after making a catch, Jonathan Gonzalez. A completed pass nonetheless for Jacob Hernandez, who continues to be letter perfect here today in this championship game. The Outlaws made up of players from CC Veterans and Moody. On the flip side, the Greyhounds in the purple uniforms made up of players from San Benito. Already in the second half with 12:25 to go. Jacob Hernandez looking, waiting, delivering, and that's tipped. They blew the 4-second count. That extra second wait by Hernandez blew that play dead. Third down for the CC Outlaws. They faced the third down earlier in this game and converted. That was on the opening drive. They turned that into 6 points. Third down here for Jacob Hernandez. Wide left goes Jonathan Gonzalez. Receiver out to the right-hand side is Clarence McGill. Hernandez looking for the deep ball, delivers. That's first down yardage and caught inside the 25. He goes back to Cameron De La Pena, who has been his go-to guy throughout the day. So the drive continues for CC Veterans as the CC Outlaws here today. Get a couple of players from Moody High School, Darrell Asbell, Daquan Lindsay, and Clarence McGill, all players from Moody on the field at times for the CC Outlaws. Jacob Hernandez ready to go. Spins it left side. Caught by Asbell, short yardage. Staying outside the 20-yard line of San Benito. Again, taking their time are the Outlaws. A score here on this drive would put them up 2, and in a 7-on-7 game, those 2-score leads can be enough once you get it. Looking for a bundle in the end zone. That's caught. Touchdown as Cameron De La Pena is right there. De La Pena just kept running the route. Stayed in bounds and scores. And the Outlaws go up 18-6. Today we've had boxing on Rio Sports Live. We've had women's football. We've had softball. We've had baseball. And we've had football here at the 7-on-7 level. So a busy day throughout the day. 2-point conversion attempt is tipped and incomplete. Defended by Dylan Ibarra of the Greyhounds. Greyhounds get the football. They trail by 12. The championship game with a 17 under. 7-on-7 continues after this.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America.
Andres Villagran for the San Benito Greyhounds delivers a pass. Catch is made. And the play is blown dead. Another catch by Gavin Suarez. It was a split second in which Suarez didn't think he was touched. They eventually brought him back. Said he was touched around the 27, so the Greyhounds have it. Villagran delivers this one. That's caught. Again, he goes back to Suarez. And a first down for San Benito. Again, I get a sneaky feeling that they're holding off on that 16 and under for a couple of reasons. One may be for the officials. We only see one over there. They may be waiting for one to join him from this group. Greyhounds looking near a 4-second call. It is. Blow that play dead. As that stingy defense of the Corpus Christi Outlaws makes a play. Now there is a penalty flag thrown on the far side of the field, and that be the reason why the receivers couldn't break free. It's a holding call against the Outlaws. Going back to that first half, each team had it just 2 times in the first half. The Outlaws scored on both of their opportunities. The Greyhounds scored once and then ran out of time inside the 10. Second time they had the ball. This is the second time they've had it in the second half. They scored in the first once but didn't score yet here. Looking here on this play. Pass is caught inside the 5. First and goal coming up. Nice job hanging on by Randy Partita. Again, you go back to pool play, this CC Outlaw team was just outright stingy, pitching a couple of shutouts early on. Greyhounds looking to score, deliver a ball. There's Corbin, caught it, touchdown. Jermaine Corbin brings the San Benito team back to within 6. And the extra point coming up. Extra points have been, thus far, unsuccessful for either team. In this 16 and under game, looks like we weren't going to broadcast it. Now we may be able to do so because the officials are waiting. Here's a 2-point conversion. Corbin climbs the ladder and reels it in. It's good. That was a 1-point conversion. San Benito within 5. The Outlaws of Corpus Christi have it right after this.
But we have many soldiers, from the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history. There are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Back we go. The Outlaws have the ball and the lead. Looking to throw, right side. That's a diving attempt and incomplete pass. Jonathan Gonzalez stretching it out. Yeah, we were just told that the 16 and under game will take place after this. So pass the word. We had some fans calling us earlier. Oh, they're starting now. Never mind. So we'll just keep you updated on that 16 and under game. If they would have waited 5 minutes, we could have had that game as a broadcast game. Here for you. 17 and under, championship continues. Second down for the Outlaws. Back to throw Hernandez. Looking for it all down the middle. That's going to be nearly picked off, incomplete. DeAnthony Morellis had an opportunity there to make a big play. On the incompleted pass, it does keep the ball in the hands of the Outlaws. Sustains the drive. Albeit it's third down, and they've got to get the 10 yards to get inside that 30. Or San Benito will get the ball back. And remember, San Benito now, after attaining an extra point, with a touchdown, could take the lead. Veterans haven't been stopped here in this game. Jacob Hernandez needs 10. De La Pena lines up, and you got to watch him. Middle of the field, makes a move. Here comes the ball down the left-hand side, up for grabs. It is caught. What a catch. Darrell Asbell makes the catch. Watch on the replay here. And that is in traffic, to say the least. And that preserves the drive for the CC Outlaws, gives them a new set of downs, 1st and goal. And now the clock becomes just as big of an enemy against San Benito as does the opponent, as we're under 4 minutes to go in this game. Greyhounds do have a timeout they can use, as this isn't a true running clock with the ability to call a timeout. But the Greyhounds need to stop. Hernandez could put this one away now. Rolling right, looking, delivers. Ball tipped incomplete. 2 Greyhounds were right there. Again, you look at this in the need situation, and those balls that are tipped by the secondary are balls you need to actually reel in and intercept to give your team a chance. For Hernandez, he's okay with the incomplete pass. Takes off time. Gives him another chance. It's a goal-to-goal situation as the ball is at the 7-yard line of San Benito. Jacob Hernandez is ready. Looking right side all the way, delivers. That's overthrown, incomplete. Here comes a penalty flag in the end zone. Defender made contact back there while the ball was in the air. And so the ball moves even further down inside the 5 for the Outlaws. And now with 2:20 to go, San Benito will definitely have to use a timeout here, but they need some kind of pick. Right here, Hernandez drops back to throw, looking, delivers. That's nearly picked off, incomplete. And it brings up 2nd down. Again, they've yet to start that 16 and under game. We might be able to give you some bonus coverage. Hernandez lines him up, ready to go for the Corpus Christi Outlaws. Drops back again, looking right side. That's caught. Touchdown for the Outlaws. De La Pena, another touchdown catch. Watch on our Josh Moody replay, as you'll see. He breaks free, and when he does so, Hernandez lays that right on the spot. In front of the defender, nothing you could do there. Easy 6 for the Outlaws. They remain perfect on the day, on possessions and scores, here in this championship game. Under a minute to go here in this second half. Extra point. They'll go for the 1, deliver a pass. That's going to be caught. Extra point is good for the Outlaws. And the backflip by Jonathan Gonzalez. Greyhounds get the ball. The Outlaws have all but secured that championship trophy here at the Under Armour Turf Wars in Corpus. Whistle blows for a timeout that was called by San Benito. They'll talk it over. They'll need just shy of a miracle as the Outlaws lead this one. Back after this.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
The Harlingen CISD element.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, and the San Benito Greyhounds have the football in the championship game of the 17 and under. And they'll look to throw, needing a bunch of points in a hurry. They'll deliver a ball in traffic that is nearly picked off, but caught. A check incomplete. Talk about two players going up for the ball. Second down for San Benito. Our clock's at 0. We have a little extra bonus time because, again, there's a little extra stoppage of play during the championship games here on the afternoon. Greyhounds send a man in motion. And looking, waiting, delivering. That's up for grabs, and it's going to be picked off on a tip. And a pick six for the Outlaws down the right side. And how about Darrell Asbell with another pick? He's got 2 touchdowns on the receiving side and now a pick six. And you could see this one coming all the way, coming off a tip. Asbell just patiently waiting and then racing down the right-hand side. They send the two teams to the sidelines. And that had a penalty on that play, I'm guessing, for taunting. We're dangerously close to the end of the game anyway. As a score clock on our side read zeros. And that will do it. Ball game over. We're going to give you a little bonus coverage of the 16 and under. But our 17 and under coverage is completed. This is our 16 and under game, and you're taking a look at King in the dark uniforms and the Hurricanes, which is mainly CC veterans, in the lighter uniforms. Again, it's a 16 and under game. We were given a roster for the King Mustangs. The Hurricanes gave us a partial roster. So again, we'll be bringing you the finals of that. Ball tipped in the end zone, incomplete. And that's going to wrap up our coverage here today. They would have waited just a few minutes. We could have got everything together for that 16 and under championship game from start to finish. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast throughout the day. Reminding you a highlight reel will be up a little bit later on. And continue to watch Rio Sports Live. Tomorrow we've got baseball coming to you from Robstown, a special edition of baseball coverage. That comes at 11 o'clock. And then we also have basketball coverage as the RGV presents a basketball showcase being held at South Padre Island. Boys and girls contest on the hardwood. Again, from the Turf Wars, the Under Armour Turf Wars in Corpus Christi, our final championship game of the 17 and under. belongs to the Corpus Christi Outlaws. They win it 25-13. For Rio Sports Live, I'm Joe Bowling. Till next time, so long.